But I think about that in even context of sharing a meal. You brought this up.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that the reason why sharing a meal is so intimate, and I know that in our society, you have to eat every day. And so, well, unless you're fasting or something, you have to eat every day. And so it's just a normal thing. Like, yes, I'm going to eat, so I might as well eat with somebody else. But I think there's something really deeper in it that none of us even realize. If I think about it, I think that sharing a meal is intimate because we show some vulnerabilities. So our body has to be recharged, right? So I also think that the human body is this immaculate, crazy piece of technology that is unmatched in anything that is man-made. But it has to be recharged. And we do that with sleeping and with eating. And I think to sit down and eat a meal and actually be in that place of vulnerability where you're showing that you're not all powerful, that you have to be recharged in some way. I think that deeply, very unconsciously, it is an act of intimacy. And I think that's why, because we're taking that self out of it. So yes, we're eating to sustain ourselves, but we're taking down these barriers of being like wildly strong or resistant to any kind of adversity or any of those kinds of things that we try to put up as, I don't know, a show or a facade about ourselves to protect ourselves even.
Yeah.
But I mean, you could say the same thing about allowing yourself to sleep with someone. I'm not talking about like sexual or any of that. That's a whole other thing, but just simply to snooze.
Mm-hmm. Just sharing a bed. Yeah.
Right. There's a very intimate thing about that because, again, you're getting into this place of having to recharge, and it's a very vulnerable place. You know? What do you think about that?
I like this concept of like, there's a softness in needing to recharge that when you open yourself up to community in that, or just another person in that it's a very intimate thing. I don't know that I've thought about that before. I really like that concept and how it applies to eating and sleeping and, you know, whatever. I'm sure there's other things that it could be. I mean, in some regards, like maybe taking a walk with someone, like, you know, there's that's just, life is so interesting when we open ourselves up to share it with someone else. And love is so interesting when you open up to share love with someone else, because it is a very vulnerable thing. And there is a like really good chance that that's going to cause pain.